All right, so let me guess, you got a bad appraisal recently. Maybe you felt you had bad comps, bad adjustments, appraiser lazy, doesn't know what he or she's doing. How could they even have a job? I should report this person. I get it, because right now more than ever, number one, working with a right lender is super important. Number two, making sure that lender has the best team. So if you're refining, do they have the best title, escrow? Maybe you need an insurance person. Maybe they're gonna work with the best AMCs, right? Lenders, all that stuff. This is very important in these times. But whether you're doing a purchase or a refi, having the right appraiser is super important. But look, let's be honest. We're in a world where technically we can't pick our appraisers. You and I might disagree with that. If you want me to go back and how we got here, because a lot of you don't know, and you're frustrated, why are we like this? Why do we have AMCs? This process is stupid. Why can't we pick our own, right? I get it. So prior to the 2008 crash, meltdown, whatever you want to call it, we did. We were able to have a panel of appraisers, pick them, use them, look around, and that was it. But the industry, the government felt that we were influencing the values. And look, we can agree, disagree, whatever. There were people that had appraisers that were paying them off, overvaluing the properties, doing all that stuff. I get it. So that was happening. So they made these AMCs, appraisal management companies, and that way you have to go through them, you have to talk to them. So let's just be clear. Me as the loan officer lender, we legally cannot talk to an appraiser. If I could, I would. I can't. I can talk through an AMC that then can communicate my message to an appraiser. So whether we're going to give them stuff up front, whether we're rebutting the appraisal, I think you really have to understand how this process works. So technically how it works is we go ahead and whether refi or purchase, we go ahead and order an appraisal. We go through an AMC. Sometimes we get to pick them, sometimes we don't. And that AMC goes out and finds an appraiser. Based on if you're doing a single family, a condo, a 2-unit, 4-unit, single family with ADUs, whatever it is, they're going to go out and they're going to find the best appraiser to get your job done. That appraiser is going to say, here's my fee, take the job, show up out there. And let's talk about just that process and how we can walk you through to make sure if you got a bad appraisal or how could you have done this better or what to do to make sure you got the best appraisal. And if let's say you did get a bad appraisal and you want to rebuttal it, I'm going to go through some of that stuff today because I can tell you right now, I am dealing with a lot of challenges with my appraisals. I'll get into more how I'm dealing with it, what I think is going on. But I know if you're watching this video, you might want to send this to somebody. You might be watching this video and you're in the industry, you're super frustrated because you've gotten a bad appraisal recently, or you're in the middle of one, you don't know how to fight it, you don't know how to rebuttal it, and you need some help. And so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go through how it's ordered, how you should do stuff up front, how you should also interview your appraiser. Yeah, you could. You could be the agent interviewing him, you could be the client, the borrower, right? Interview them. There's nothing that says you can't interview. You can't ask them questions. I didn't say ask him what the value is, no, but you could say, hey, are you familiar with my area? Hey, have you appraised any homes here? Hey, you've never been here? Oh, wow, okay. I don't know if that's a good sign, right? Why not ask them? Like, talk to them. How long have you been doing this? Get the feel for them. How about they're rude? How about they're short and cut off? And they're like, do I want somebody coming out to pay my hard-earned money to pay you $500, $600, $1,000, $1,200? It could be a commercial appraisal, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. Is that who I want out here? Somebody that can't even have a normal conversation with me? I don't think so. So appraisers, this is not the IRS. They're not the end-all be-all. They're not. And honestly, let's just be honest. Whether they watch this video or don't watch this video, a lot of them lately have got very lazy. They do sloppy work. And there's people like me that have to constantly rebuttal it, which I win because I just go do the work and I don't even get paid. Because I'm trying to close a loan for my client that wants to buy a home or refi a home or buy an investment property, but they're just getting in the way. And so let's go through that. Enough of my ranting, but I feel you. I feel your pain because I deal with this all day, every day. Loan officers, agents, lenders, all day, every day. It's frustrating. Even a good appraiser could miss a comp or be lazy. Let's be honest, we're just human. We're not trying to give them shit here. We're just being honest. They can't say, no, I didn't miss that, or we all knew we were talking. So, by the way, if we've never met, my name is Kenny Simpson. I focus on 1 to 4 unit financing. I've been doing it for 20 years, helped over 5,000 clients, funded billions of dollars of loans, and I make videos like this because I just want to break down the process of the loan or what's going on in the market or rates or products. And I just try to simplify it so I can help you understand, maybe give you some insight. Maybe you're going to share this with somebody else, or also maybe just make you a better borrower or somebody in the business that you're in, help you out, since I do this so much and this is what I do all day every day. Like I tell people, I'm not going to fix your car, build your house, or fix your computer. That's not what I do. I do mortgages, I do real estate, and that's the world I live in. So let's get back to the video and let's get into it so I can help you out. Number one, like I said, you're going to pay for that appraiser. They're going to reach out to AMC. The AMC calls an appraiser, reaches out to them. Next thing you know, you get a call from an appraiser. Number one, this is what I would do if I was anybody. If I'm an agent, if I'm a borrower, you should always be remembering. Don't just, okay, cool, get them out there and go. Why not spend the 5-10 minutes, have a conversation, get to know them a little bit, make sure you think this person is the best fit. So let's say I'm doing a refi. Let's say my name's Kenny and the person that's going to call me, we're going to call her Mary. Mary calls me, hey Kenny, this is Mary. Okay, great. Hey, nice, Mary. I'm supposed to come out and appraise your house. Great, Mary. Awesome, awesome. Hey, I'm really excited to get my house done. I'm doing this refi. And this is where people need to understand. This is your opportunity to vet this person. This is opportunity to be in a little bit of control. This is opportunity also to kind of engage and get some feedback maybe for your lender, your LO, your agent on what people said. So I would simply say, great. Mary, are you familiar with where I live here and wherever it could be, right? Let's say I live in Poway, San Diego. Poway. Have you appraised any properties here in the last 3 months, 6 months, year? Yeah, Kenny, I do all the time. I'm very familiar with your house, the area. I just appraised this property, that property. Great. Awesome. Thanks, Mary. Second thing, Mary, is what I did, Mary, is I got with my lender and I got with my agent and we put together all these comps. And so I have a package of comps for you that I figured help you out. Also, give them a list. Like, you're selling your home. You want to make sure they know everything. Do you have solar? Did you add an ADU? Did you redo the plumbing? Did you fix the house? Did you gut it? Whatever. Just let them know. Put it in writing. Why not? Here's the thing which everybody misses. People just send them out to the house, don't say anything, the value comes back bad, and then now we got to rebuttal it. It's always easier to give the comps up front, to give your list of what you've done up front, have the conversation. Does Mary sound nice? Does she seem cool? Oh, absolutely, I'll take those comps. Oh, I'll take your list up. That sounds great, awesome. So yeah, we put a lot of work into this because I wanted to make sure our target value is 2.5 million. This comp's over this comp, so we feel very confident there. Obviously, I know you can't speak value. I know you got to do your homework, but I really try to put a lot of work into this to help you out. Great, look forward to see you out there, Mary. Mary comes out. Make sure also too, number one, does Mary show up? Is it her assistant, new kid from college, Kevin, that shows up and doesn't know anything? I don't know. So I just want to make sure if Mary shows up and she's not out there, you're like, hey, where's Mary? Oh, I'm this. I'm like, okay, is that going to be a concern? You might want to call Mary and say, hey, Mary, I just want to make sure, look, my lender said they've had some bad appraisals lately. You're not out here. I don't know who this guy Kevin is, but I gave you all the information. How do I know it's going to get passed? How do I know this? Is he doing the appraisal? You doing? Look, question it, guys. You're paying them the money. You're hiring them for the job. You can definitely ask them and question them. If you get attitude, if you get this, again, reach out to your lender. Reach out to him and say, hey, this person's been unprofessional. They've been rude. Why not? That's that. If you're an agent, it should be the same thing. Hey, nice to meet you, Mary. Are you familiar with the area? Okay, great. Yeah, all these I got all these listings. I've actually walked them. I sold this one. My client bought that one. I walked them all, so I know this house compared to those. I just did that recently in appraisal that we knew that was tight. We were able to give all the information. The agent was local to the area, walked all the units, listed one, bought one. We were good. We ended up getting our value, which was going to be tough, but we knew the comps, we knew the upside, we knew the difference, and we were able to explain that. Obviously, like I said, I can't talk to the appraiser. We put it all in writing, we gave it to them, and then obviously the client or the agent meets them out there. That's what we can do. Again, any feedback to your lender or AMC, negative, this, that, let us know. If they're like, yeah, forget your comps, throw them out the window. Let me explain to you why you want to do comps and everything up front, quickly. So why do you want to do it up front? Number one, it's much easier to give it to them and show them everything up front instead of the rebuttal. Number two is you already know you gave them the comps. So let's say they give the value back and it's lower and you're like, why didn't they use these two comps? You already know you gave it to them, they didn't use them. It's a quick, easy rebuttal. You already did the work. Like, hey, just add those two. Why didn't you use them? That might be the difference of, oh, they didn't see them, they didn't forgot about them, whatever. We're human. They might have made a mistake, they got lazy, whatever it is. Give them the information up front, have the conversation up front. Don't wait till the end. The other thing is, always have your always have your agent show up for the inspection. I'm noticing when they aren't, sometimes you get bad appraisals. Like, they should be showing up. So if they're not going to show up, somebody needs to meet the appraiser out there. It makes a huge difference, right? What did you spend on that place? Give it to them up front. What are the comps? Give it to them. Look, they actually, appraisers, if you do it in a nice professional manner, you're very nice, you're kind, you give it to them, you're not trying to jam some value or ask them about value. Don't talk about value. Don't ask about value. Don't talk about value. They're not supposed to talk about value. Leave it alone, okay? Just leave it. We already know what the value we want. We gave them the comps. Hopefully it's there, okay? This is it. Let's say you get the appraisal back on a refi purchase and it just didn't come in. Okay. So this is where I got to be honest. If you're working with the right loan officer, I'm not going to just say lender, the right loan officer, and they're really good at their job, they're gonna give the best fight, the best rebuttal because they know what they're doing. If you're working with somebody that's a rookie, it's not good, you're gonna have problems. I can tell you right now, they don't even know what they're doing. They're not. So I can't go into this because it'd be an hour for how to rebuttal, but let me just go over the highlights of a rebuttal. Number one, when you're looking at the value appraisal, again, did they use all the comps that were supported? If the answer is yes, then you got to dive into the adjustments on the appraisal. There's adjustments for what? For when it's sold, the condition, how many bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, pool, no pool, garages, you know, the whole thing, like the whole thing, right? The whole thing. So if you're seeing a major discrepancy, but they're like, wait a second here, you gave those houses that are in shitty condition the same as mine? Like, you didn't even walk them. That's where you'd have to dig in more. You'd have to provide more things and then push back. So this is where the experience comes in to have somebody help you. So what I'm saying is when you rebuttal and they didn't miss the comps, you're looking for that. Look, you might have missed a comp, they might have missed a comp, whatever. I just had one recently where they went out there, we didn't do any upfront work, we thought we were gonna be okay, and they missed a comp, and we're able to get the value up because I was saying, what about this comp and a couple other things? They actually put comps on there that were not good. I was like, that comp is not even a 3-unit, it's a 2-unit with the bootleg, you gotta throw it out there. I told this to the AMC because I know what I'm doing by now. I mean, I'm not an appraiser, but I know what I'm looking for. I've done these over and over again. So again, working with some experience. So when you have to rebuttal, you're looking for the comps. Do you have all the comps? Sometimes they're on Zillow, sometimes you got the MLS, right? What about they have bad rent comps? Sometimes there's not many great rent comps. If there's stuff in the area, you got to phone and call. What if, like, you could even call and say, that house is a pile of crap, how's it differently? Did they call the agent and ask about the condition? Well, you know what I do? I call the agent, hey Bob, I saw you sell 123 Street. Yeah, we're doing an appraisal, came in a little low, they used your comp. Yeah, I put all this money in my, oh no, Kenny, yeah, that client, when they closed, they had to put $250,000. That place is a complete dump, needed an overhaul remodel. Okay, you go back to the agent, but did you call? Because how are you saying it's not the same condition? Like, I should have got a bump for that. So there's all these things. On another note, if you have a house with an ADU, this is a whole other topic. Like, did they find the comps? Are they giving you way low on the ADU? Again, this comes down to experience. Is it the right AMC? Is it the right appraiser? They know what the hell they're doing. Is there lenders behind you? Is the AMC supporting you? You know, can you talk to their appraiser guy to go over, hey, some strategy, how to rebuttal, like how do you see this? Again, we can't influence, we can't tell them what value they need to put on there, but what we can do is we can provide data, we can provide comps, we can provide facts and information. And when you do all that and you're really good at displaying it and putting it together and doing the homework that they should have done, you typically can land where you want to. So here's the one thing that I'm going to tell you that we all have to face. There also comes back where we get a client, I'm like, there's no comps. They're farther, they're gonna have to go out, I don't know how the lender's gonna look at it, or there just isn't comps, or a comp sold and it's not gonna help us. So there are comps selling now that you think your house worth 2.2 million, it just sold for 1.8, it's like right next door, and you think your house is going to be at 2.2, unless that's like a one-off and there's all these other sales and it was like a fire sale or something happened and there's a story behind it, you might get caught. So when there's bad comps, unless you better be able to get in there and figure out what happened, did they let go of it? Was there a reason? Was it rat infested? Was it tenant problems? Was it like, got mold? Like, or was it a fire sale off market? Like paid all cash? Like, why should they not put that in there? How can they move that aside? Because a lot of times they have to use it and it can screw your value. So again, knowing where to look, knowing how to look, and getting the information together. That's why doing this up front really helps, because when you get this back and you have to rebuttal, you've already done most of the work, you've had the conversation, it'll be easy. When you haven't, you kind of go into panic mode and you got to do this. The rebuttal can take much longer. You got to go reach out to your agent, your lender got to help, or all types of stuff. Another thing, don't call the appraiser and cuss him or her out. Don't give them a hard time. Don't say you screw me, this and that, don't. If they did an absolute terrible job, they were lazy, they will not fix the appraisal, they will not do this, and trust me, they're appraisers. We give them in, they're admin, they're not gonna fix even the AMCs like we're never gonna use again. You could go file a complaint against them and say they were professional, they were rude, they didn't even work, and then you get another appraisal that came in and higher, you could definitely file a complaint. Like I said, it's your choice, but don't call, don't harass, don't threaten, nothing, leave it alone. You can't talk value, don't do it. And so one thing I will say, unfortunately, is that what I'm noticing is that if you're asking for an appraiser that's, it's gonna be cheap, you're gonna pay what you get. If you have a complicated situation, maybe a house that they to use, you got a complex property or something like that, you might wanna say, hey, look, I'm willing to pay more for an appraiser that might wanna charge more because they're charging more because they know it's a tougher job or what the amount of work is. Go pay that money because you'll get somebody better. They'll take the time, that's more understanding, that maybe knows your neighborhood, that says, hey, I can do this appraisal. I can probably come up with the value. They're not telling you that, they're saying this mentally, but they're also like, but I'm not gonna do it for 750 bucks. I need to make at least $1,000. You might think it's ridiculous. You hire the cheap one and then you're screwed, okay? And so this is the problem. And so the last thing I will say is, unfortunately, we do live in a world where appraisers do make a lot of mistakes. They miss comps. I don't know if we want to call it they're lazy, they're cutting corners, they're too busy. I don't know what it is. It's frustrating beyond belief because they do an appraisal, they get paid, and they just move on to the next. And some of them, to me, are just collecting a check. And I get it's frustrating. That's why, unfortunately, try to work with the best lender, hopefully has the best AMCs. They've really gotten a good pool of great appraisers that are professional, respectful, work hard, do a good job, earn their keep, and really are trying to get to that value to the best of their ability. And could they are human? Could they miss something? Absolutely. Do I work with appraisers that we've gotten different appraisers at the same time? Obviously, so many deals in a certain area? Absolutely. Will they make mistakes? Absolutely. Will they go, I didn't know that, or I didn't see that comp? Absolutely. So sometimes give it back to them. They miss it, go, I'm sorry, and they fix it. You're like, great. If they're arguing back or they're being lazy, there's not much we can do. There really isn't. Hopefully you can stay with that lender or a new appraisal or have to go to a different lender. It's frustrating, it's irritating, but dream work, teamwork makes the dream work. Again, teamwork makes the dream work. So working with the right people, again, is the most important thing you could do. Appraisers are not gonna talk about value. And remember, up front, do your due diligence when you have the conversation, do your due diligence when you give them the comps. If you fix up the property, do the due diligence. Make sure you get with your agent and yourself. If it's on a refi, you're tight. If it's a new purchase, you're worried about the value, get with the buyer's agent, the seller's agent, have a call, go through everything, spend the time. That's what I do. And that's why we'll at least get to the best value of our ability because that person's most likely walked all the comps, knows the area, knows what to say, and we can really put forward the best email with comps and the best way of describing it so we can try to hit our target value. If you guys have any question about appraisals at all, you got a bad appraisal, your deal blew up and you think the value's there, give me a call. Let's see if we can fix it, rectify it, get that refi or purchase done. Anything else, let me know. Call me, text me, email me. Anyways, share this with somebody in the business. Share this with somebody that might get screwed over on an appraisal. But again, if I can help you, please reach out to me. Otherwise, guys, appreciate the time as always. Hopefully you learned something because in this business, we're always on our toes. We'll always learn something new every day. And unfortunately, people will make mistakes. We can just correct them, rectify them, and get the deal back on track to close.